Of the week now, a very interesting one. We're going to Wolfe Island for it, and these students are building something that I sure hope works because they're going to take them on the water and see if they float.
They may be able to float them down the streets after this weekend of rain.
That's right. Have a look.
Welcome to Marysville Public School. This is our lesson of the week.
This all started with the idea of connecting to their learning through science and technology, and their history and their studies in social studies with the traditional forms of transportation. So the idea came was like, why don't we build a kayak to connect everything that we're doing? And the whole process has been encompassed a lot of subjects. Like they have had to use their skills in mathematics for measurements and angle cuttings, and for technology, fastening things together and talking about flotation, make sure things are watertight. They actually had to go through a few safety tests before, and just behind us there's a checklist with every student's name, and they had to pass a little test. The most important tools they had to pass was, of course, the bandsaw and the hand jigsaws, the drills, and block planes. So they all got direct instruction, and once they were signed off, they work in partners or in small groups, and they're all set.
We're building, 3 kayaks. Like in our group, Purple Thunder, we're building a sea kayak that I believe is 19 feet long. We make sure the blade is tight, and right now we're having some issues with trying to get it tight, so a little loose. The blade's a little loose, so we're trying to tighten it because it may affect the cutting, which can obviously not be that safe.
I think the whole class is about like teamwork, and we're all trying to put it together and making this boat. I think we're doing a great job so far.
And what is your role?
My role is kind of everything. We switch it up every week, so we have different groups every month, but I've done a lot with the bottom of the boat.
I learned that it takes a lot of work and that you need to have like more than one person. I learned a few things actually. Well, my rule is just do what you gotta do. It's the golden rule.
It's really fun, and it's such an awesome opportunity because, like, I've built things before with Mr. Album, like paddles and stuff, but nothing this big, so it's really awesome.
It's really involved the community members. We've had grandparents come in and volunteer, parents, and retired teachers, and use their expertise because there's a big tradition of boat building on the island, and it's just been invaluable to help and the supervision and being able to free the teachers up to work between groups.
Why is it important to have good measurements?
Because, like, if you have, like, one little centimeter or a couple centimeters off, then it, like, can affect the whole kayak.
And what happens if the centimeters are off?
Probably would sink.
My favorite part is probably doing the cutting because it's just so much more interactive, and it's nothing that you would usually do at the school day.
But there are a lot of sharp things around here. So what do you have to do to make sure that you walk home with everything still part of you?
Well, when you're cutting, you just got to make sure that both hands are on your tool and that they're not under or on the wood.
What does math have to do with a kayak?
Well, when we're doing the angle of the boat, we have to use, like, a protractor to measure it, and it's actually involved in a lot of things, like even this what we're doing right now, which is shaving off the side. We have to make sure that it's the right angle so it'll fit the boat.
We're cutting out the combings, which pretty much there's the seat in the boat. The
combings go around where you sit, so it's like it makes the boat stronger up around there so that it won't fall apart and stuff if you bash into it on your own.
We're going to take them out in, I think, June, and we're all going to use them, and it's going to be really fun.
And what have you learned through doing this?
I learned that I take a lot of patience. I'm not a very patient person, and that you have to have a really steady hand. They have to work with, like, everybody.
How different is this class from your other classes?
A lot different. We're working with, like, we're building a boat, and we're looking forward to the trip that we're having to build. After building all this, it's really fun.
The